see the really bad indeed. So we have the second round for DreamHack Qualifier 2 for summer 2012. And we have DTS on the Radiant side versus the Tough Bananas on the Dire side. Tough Bananas with 2 stand-ins, and Black doing the stand-in pick. That's quite. I find that quite surprising that they have a stand-in that's doing the picking.
Yeah, I'm sure they're definitely all discussing what to do, but
of
you
course.
see a lot. Like usually you see it like what DTS is doing, where it's one of their guys doing all the banning and picks, and they're taking a little bit of time over here, already cutting into the reserve time to do the bans.
Yeah.
Fairly early on.
You'd expect maybe were they AFK?
Yeah, usually the first couple of bans come out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to think about. I mean, the team that has the first pick, I always think that they are thinking about their bans a little bit more, because they can ban something out that you normally wouldn't, to just force those normal standard bans to be done by your opponent. But I am thinking
they burned through about half their bonus time to ban out that Lycan right there.
Yeah, that took them quite a long time. A very long time even. And there we have Shadow Demon ban. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I'm expecting quite a lot of heroes maybe going through that we normally don't see going through.
Oh yeah, there are gonna be a lot of good heroes in the pool.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think Shadow Demon was actually banned out last game, but neither of the teams opted to pick him up. He is a very, very strong hero though.
Yeah, it's but he usually is now played as a support, which I find really a shame, because I like to see him played aggressively on a solo lane or something.
Yeah, it's just a phenomenal hero though. And we do see the Invoker ban now. I do expect though to see a lot of Invokers slipping through in this tournament. And it's just kind of been the trend lately.
Yeah, we still
found ways to deal with it.
We still have the Lone Druid though, and the Panda. Maybe they forgot about the Panda.
Oh man.
I'm fun.
So eager to see a Panda this game.
10 seconds remaining.
I wonder if he's actually gonna die at all. If he doesn't die before level 6, I don't think he's gonna die. Well, he might.
Yeah.
But
and we'll see if any of the teams want to ban out the Chen or the Enchantress. Those are really, really popular picks.
yeah.
They're very, very well into the metagame as well. And there's the Enchantress ban.
Radiant team ban.
So
Interestingly enough, though, I found that teams now, like it's like with the last game as well, the teams are opting to ban out the Enchantress over the Chen actually.
well, she is a bit more aggressive, I feel. And we have some very fast pickings coming out. We have the Nature's Prophet, of course, first pick for for TTB. This is going so fast.
I know, they took so long on that ban, but they seem like they've made up their mind pretty well.
Yeah, now, so we have a lot of pushing power on DTS with Leshrac Edict and Chance Creeps. But we also have a nice amount of pushing power on the Furion. And both teams have good team fights. Earthshaker and Tidehunter.
Yep, picking up that Earthshaker. I've noticed too with a lot of teams they opt to pick the Sand King over the Earthshaker, but finally we see an Earthshaker. Earthshaker, a great hero. Still has picked up a lot though.
Yeah, he has picked up an awful lot. No Panda. He can still get banned out in the second bans. So they picked like within 15 seconds, but their bans taking their time.
They're thinking very, very hard about these bans.
Yeah. It's yeah, oh well. Both teams don't really have solid support yet, unless they're gonna play Leshrac as a support, but I don't think they will be. So we might see some of those getting banned out.
They do still have the Venomancer and the Vengeful Spirit and the Crystal Maiden in the pool. I'd imagine that Venomancer would probably be one of the picks that they might think about the most here, but
yeah, or the bans.
Oh yeah, it's very possible that any of these heroes are going to get banned out right now.
Yeah, I'm not expecting any more team fight bans, because both of the teams have a solid team fight now, and I mean, Furion is probably gonna jungle because Chen will be jungling, and then there's just not a lot of lane options for DTS left over. I mean, they have Leshrac and they have a Tidehunter. We have seen Tidehunter solo laning before, but I don't think he's gonna be there, and there we go. TTB bans out solo laning possibilities.
And they do also ban out the Queen of Pain. I noticed again that hero's just been getting banned a lot recently. One trend that I've been noticing a lot recently as well has been Riki has emerged as a pretty popular pick. Obviously, teams started grabbing him as a way to deal with Anti-Mage.
Yeah.
But he does synergize ridiculously well with like a Prophet, because it just makes it very, very difficult to farm under pressure, because wherever you're at, you have to constantly be worried that there's a Riki on top of you, and and then the
And
Nature's
Prophet,
Prophet will TP in on you.
Yeah.
We'll see if they think about that at all here. Maybe they won't go for it, but they could use a hero kind of up that alley, the Riki or an Anti-Mage. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, I'm expecting a ban out from a Shadow Shaman or something. Unless TTB wants to pick him up themselves, I think he would fit in great with the DTS lineup that don't have a mid hero yet. He's not gonna get banned out anyway. But he could go for the mid in DTS lineup, and they would have so much pushing power.
Oh yeah, Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
A really, really appealing hero. And they ban out the Tinker?
Well, I don't think the TTB would have picked a Tinker, but Tinker has been played by DTS quite a bit. So I guess they're just scared of him because they know what he is capable of doing.
And we see the immediate Venomancer pick, which was noted before the bans. Obviously an excellent support hero, very, very good pusher as well.
Yeah, we might see Vengeful Spirit or something coming out. But well, actually, they're still missing so many. I mean, their laning doesn't look very solid yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you can obviously see what the Dire gonna go for, probably. Maybe Venomancer solo lane actually. Windrunner solo lane. Because I do like to see Fury in the jungle, especially if there's a jungle on the other side too. Otherwise, you miss out on so much gold. But I'm not really convinced anymore because the lineup I'm not so sure.
Yeah, and you do also I mean the off lane Nature's Prophet is pretty annoying to deal with. But one of the things that I have to think about as well, since they do have that Earthshaker, is that they might opt for that really aggressive tri-lane.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's the Shadow Shaman pick. Because the Earthshaker is one of the best tri-laning heroes, just because his Fissure is incredibly difficult to deal with. It makes positioning very hard and makes it pretty hard to farm against as well. There's just so much kill potential with that Fissure.
Yeah, that's very true.
It would go really nicely with the Venomancer.
And yeah, well, they also need some right-click damage. I guess that goes for both teams. I'm expecting the Shrek to be a full support because they don't really have any space to go for anything else. But they're laning. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I would love to see a Riki though. I would love to see a Riki for Dire, and that's not something that I ever thought I'd see myself say, that I'd love to see a Riki pick. But man, I think it would just be.
It would be so powerful, this lineup.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could definitely get the Riki farm if you're laning him with an Earthshaker and a Venomancer as well. It's just, we'll see what they go for though. I think they do need a lot more right-click damage.
Well,
Anti-Mage also up.
The Shrek and the Shadow Shaman would be quite easy targets for the Riki. May Tidehunter and Chen a little bit less, but there's basically 2 free kills walking around.
Definitely. Also, those are heroes that get dealt with really well by Anti-Mage too, because Leshrac, obviously, he can expend his entire mana pool fairly quickly, as can Shadow Shaman if he drops down those wards in the rest of his combo. So we'll see what they go for. We have 5 seconds left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! Punch!
Oh, it was so not what I was expecting. But
that isn't what I was expecting at all. That's awesome though. That is really good.
Yeah, I'd love to see him versus the Shadow Shaman in mid.
Very fun hero to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope he gets some good hooks in. We might see it. Well, we can't really see Lifestealer because he wouldn't. Oh, actually, meh. I usually see Lifestealer as a bit of the counter to Pudge, but then we would have to see a laning Lifestealer, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But what do you reckon? Is Fury gonna go into the jungle, or is he gonna get a solo lane?
It's tough to tell though how they're going to lane this, since they did do the Pudge pick, but
yeah,
I don't know. I imagine though that the Furion will probably. It would make sense, I think, for him to be picking up some farm in the forest. He'll probably move around the map a lot though. So, Bane? Okay. I've seen Bane picked up in one other tournament game recently. But these are really, really interesting picks.
Oh. I just noticed that I forgot to change the team names.
Right.
That's not very good, is it?
Game is starting up.
There we go. Fixed. Okay, I will introduce DTS, and then you can go over TTB after. So I'm expecting Bane to be maybe Bane is gonna be mid. Nah, maybe not. Don't think so. Never mind. Free winner is playing the Chen. We have M on the Shadow Shaman moving towards the middle lane. We have My Love is Mila on the Bane towards the bottom lane. And Tidehunter is being played by Always Wanna Fly. And last but not least, we have Leshrac played by So Far Gone.
And we have the Tough Bananas over here on Dire. We have Black on the Pudge. Henry Dickinson over on the Earthshaker. It looks like they're moving towards top at the moment. We have S4 on the Windrunner also moving towards top. Nature's Prophet is being played by Balsam, and Bowler is up on Venomancer. And their entire team is heading towards top at the moment.
Yeah, and they're not going to be able to find anybody or stop anything from happening or something.
I imagine they're going to go towards their lanes at the moment, and looks like they just checked for a level 1 Roshan, interestingly enough, for the Radiant.
Yeah, that would have been quite weird. I don't think they
it's not something you see a lot competitively.
No, and I don't think Tough Bananas would have had the lineup to do it.
They could get away with it, but it would be extremely risky. I mean, but I guess if you're up against, I mean, you just don't want to take any risks in a game that is this valuable. Obviously, this is the DreamHack qualifier, and both teams are going to want to win this pretty badly.
Yeah, definitely.
It's always worth checking.
And it looks like we might have a dual lane in the mid, though.
I think they're just going to go for a really aggressive first blood attempt. I mean, we do see a smoke on Venomancer already. Maybe Earthshaker might walk up behind or try to throw up a really nice fissure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. There's so much aggression, and we have a solo laning, a tri lane in mid? What?
They have to be trying for this kill, like... The Earthshaker's spending so much time to do it. Shadow Shaman's playing pretty far back. He's not going to risk death over this.
But the Windrunner and the Nature's Prophet, they are just fine by themselves, I would reckon. So they can spend the time on the Earthshaker to try and get something. Even though we might see a first blood attempt on the Nature's Prophet, who's gonna get gushed in a moment. There we go.
Ooh.
Gonna get a lot of damage down. Stun doesn't hit, but it doesn't matter anyway. He will go down to the Leshrac. First blood going towards So Far Gone.
And that was really good, but they tried for that aggressive first blood on mid, and it looks like the Earthshaker has just been kind of posturing around there for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he's going to opt towards going bottom. That's really unfortunate, though. You could tell how badly they wanted to get that first blood themselves, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. See Fisher going off on the Bane, but the Bane lands on the wrong side. You actually have a Bane solo laning on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Bane is a pretty decent solo lane, but that's definitely not someone that you see very often as an off-lane solo.
No. Indeed, I'm very curious about how this will turn out. I mean, I've seen Bane in the middle. That's just fine. He's gonna get a shackle shot. No, there's no shackle shot uplands.
Big dive still on the Nature's Prophet. He did some really good juking around there, but he eventually goes down. Excellent micro by the Chen. If you saw, he actually canceled the shockwave from the Satyr there, which is really good. And we have some aggression going down on the Bane, but it looks like he's gonna maybe... Ooh, so close.
He's gonna shoot off the clarity potion from the Earthshaker.
Yeah, he almost actually got the Windrunner there. It was very close.
We have a pause.
So now the game is officially competitive. The pause is coming out.
Yay! Oh, we have a disconnect from Black.
Yep. Pretty defensive ward placed up by the Dire side on their mid lane up there.
Yeah, and
they don't want anyone roaming up behind them.
And pretty aggressive ward for the Radiant on the top lane behind the tower.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that's helped them out too. I mean, they have done those 2 tower dives, and both of them have worked out.
Yeah, we have a wait still.
The defensive ward is going to be really important because there is a Chen, but the Chen does have a smoke, so we'll see if that comes into play. Maybe he will sneak up behind the Pudge at some point here.
Yeah, I'm expecting also Venomancer to just stay top now that Nature's Prophet already died twice.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that he's gone down 2 times already.
Yeah, and by the way, Pudge is not doing bad in the middle. I have to say, he's 9 for 5, while Shadow Shaman is 2 for 0. I mean, he does get 2 last hits, good for him, but that was both of them, I would guess, gotten with an Ether Shock.
Oh yeah, and he's just trying so hard not to die. He has to be so cautious. Notably though, he is level 3, whereas the Pudge is level 2, but the Pudge will be level 3 shortly.
Yeah, and that's only because Venomancer was laning together with him for a long while.
Yep, definitely. And the Radiant side as well. None of the heroes on the Radiant are too farmed, but of course they have gone for those 2 kills top, so it's more than paid off.
Yeah, and there we have the go again because Black is back and pause is going on. Tidehunter resumes the game. Oh, Venomancer, what are you gonna do? Oh,
Ooh,
Gale
looks like they're gonna
doesn't
go on
hit!
Bane bottom.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just that they went on the Bane bottom and the fissure caught him on the wrong side, unfortunately.
Again. Second time.
Yeah.
Henry
The first
Dickinson
time
was
I don't
happy.
think it would have been a kill either way, but that bottom I think if that would have the fissure would have been on the right side, it would have I think almost certainly gotten a kill.
Yeah, on the top lane we saw Venomancer with the haste rune trying to catch out a Tidehunter, but his Gale missed. So he wasn't able to do so.
Maybe the third time will be the charm on bottom, or Earthshaker might just roam back towards mid. We'll see what he decides to do. He's been roaming around a lot this game.
Yeah. Shadow Shaman is really not getting anything done.
Oh, they're definitely going to go on the Bane bottom, I think. Yep, here they go. Shackle Shot latches, and Earthshaker's going to go in for the fissure. Oh, he cancels the fissure, but then he goes in.
Oh.
It's a perfect fissure, but ooh. Are they going to be able to get him?
Well, his Soul Sap, Brain Sap, it's called, that's just
Yeah.
some extra HP you gotta take into account. Power Shot doesn't hit.
Power Shot.
Oh, but S4 is gonna go down to the tower!
No. Oh no. That's the second time where they've tried to gank him and it was just, it didn't work at all. Initially the Windrunner almost died to the Bane before, and now it finally happens. They go for the gank on him and it ends up going completely wrong for them.
Yeah, and
Very, very unfortunate.
just like it went wrong for the Nature's Prophet who got a third death on the top lane, Leshreking the kill. He's actually giving up. He's still level 2. He's just gonna try to farm the forest a little bit because that's the only thing he can do.
Oh yeah. They
And
may concede that tower as well, and the Windrunner does come top.
Yeah.
That's all I can try to do. I mean, if you've accrued 3 deaths in the top lane, the best thing you can do is just to try to stop dying to it. And
Yeah. Try to do what you still can. Invisibility rune on the Shadow Shaman will give him an extra last hit because he needs that. He only has 4 so far, while Black has been happily farming and has 25 last hits.
ooh, 25 already. That
Yeah.
is really, really good for him.
Now we have another pause.
Game is double competitive now.
Oh yeah. I wonder if Windrunner is going to be cut out also, like she was. The farm with Windrunner and Bane was actually quite even. She's on 13 last hits and he's also on 13 last hits. Quite surprising.
Yep. And
Since,
that death
Earthshaker's
though.
there. Yeah, okay.
Horribly.
That death was not making it even anymore, but still last hits is it's quite surprising.
She doesn't have a single point in win run yet, which is going to make it so that she really won't be able to escape as easily if they do opt to dive her here. They're going to have all the time in the world to think about it. Leshrax's Edict is up, it is level 3, so they're going to probably put in massive amounts of damage to this tower.
Yeah. And
1400 gold for Black, too.
I wonder what he's going to go for first. I mean, you could still at least get boots.
Yeah, I would think that he would have maybe gone for one of those by now, but we'll see.
Do you see Venomancer? Does he have a weird twitch in his face? It looks like his face is not right.
Yeah, he moves around during the pause. That's actually pretty interesting.
This is odd.
Moving around his mouth and his face quite a lot.
Yeah, looks a bit crooked. Oh well.
All those neat little things that Valve does.
Yeah, it's fun to watch in pauses when people are standing and if there are some crazy thingies going on.
Yeah, too bad for Nature's Prophet. I mean, Invoker's cape tends to just blow around in the wind ever so gracefully. Nature's Prophet got the short end of the deal. His cape just doesn't move at all.
His cape doesn't move?
Nope, not like Invoker.
Where's Invoker? Oh,
He's not in the game right now, but
you mean
during the pause.
During the
Invoker
pause,
gets all that swag.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he probably feels bad about that.
Poor Prophet. He must feel so inferior right now.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Infuriate. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but oh well.
Well, I can claim I did.
Okay.
Oh boy. And this Bane is going to be left a free farm at least for a little bit. Still paused. Chen is DC'd.
Yeah, I did. Well,
Is he back?
no.
I guess so.
No, he's not.
That's the
He's
second
not
time
here.
one of the teams is called for the other team to go.
Yeah, indeed. Smart things.
Tell him to come. Any banter?
Yeah. By the way, I have to say for 4 kill advantage, I find it quite odd that there's 1k gold difference. There's not that much.
Yeah, I guess a part of that too has been that despite all of this happening, the dire side has been last hitting pretty well. Like if you look at the number of last hits for both teams,
Yeah.
Like the Pudge alone has like 25 last hits, and the Windrunner has managed to get a reasonable farm as well.
Oh, Pudge
I'm
is
sure that
really, really ahead of everybody else. Well, okay,
Yeah.
Leshrac has 18 and 2 kills. He'll win.
A really cute thing that actually the Shadow Shaman has done here, seems to be pointing it out almost like he's trying to tell us something. He's stacked up the yellow camp, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it the yellow camp, I'll call it the small radiant camp, and he'll either try to just clear that with Ether Shock as he gains a little bit more levels, or he'll try to pull that into the lane, which is something that you can do if you're radiant mid. And that's so smart, I didn't even notice that. He was doing that obviously because he was pressured pretty highly early on.
It's probably
that
the only
ends
way
up-
that he's gonna be able to get a little bit of farm. Why do you call it the yellow camp, by the way?
I played Heroes of Newerth where they indicated them by colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's incredibly smart by him.
Yeah, it is.
It's a cute little trick that he can do. And it looks like they're drawing some intricate battle tactics.
Yeah, this is the strategy drawings. I have to say the drawings are really crooked. I mean, there's not circles; it's really squares.
It must have a pretty high mouse sensitivity.
Yeah.
Whistle.
there we go.
Oh, these guys. Looks like he is going to be reconnecting soon, though.
Yeah, wow, the left front paw of Bane is shaking. Is it shaking on your screen too?
Doesn't look like it. Bane is standing eerily still.
No, his left paw is shaking. Little bit.
It's kind of creepy. Man.
Yeah,
But I guess that's what they aim for with Bane, huh?
yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Bane build at all. I mean, no, it's not
It's
a
like
hero.
some kind of horse monster thing.
Yeah, but well, he doesn't have eyes, and he moves forward with like his mouth in the air. Like even if he did have eyes, he wouldn't be able to see anything because he would be looking up.
He's just that good. He doesn't need to be able to see. Oh man.
It's weird. Not even his mouth is to the front, and he's just yeah. Oh, and there we have Belsum disconnecting. No.
Oh man, they're dropping like flies. During this pause, though, they have to be considering what they're going to want to do here, like deciding if they're going to dive the Windrunner or if they're going to just go for the tower. I'd imagine they're just going to go for the tower, though.
Yeah, the Windrun. Oh. I'm not
They
sure
got-
if I should say that because, you know, what if the pause lasted for another minute and then, you know, but you should check out the skills on the Windrunner.
Yeah, I know earlier she doesn't have a point in her Windrun, so she's going to be like
Exactly.
very, I think, easy to kill. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
the
with the
Radiant don't know
positioning of
that.
the Chen, it's like, unless the Tidehunter could open with a gush, I can't see them actually picking her off. Whereas the tower is really, really safe, but maybe they'll go all in. Maybe they'll try to get both.
Yeah, but I don't think that DTS knows that Windrunner doesn't have Windrun yet.
Yeah, they.
And if they're assuming that she does, then they won't try to go for it, I think, because she'll be able to get out unless Leshrac can get in a good stun. But I don't think he'll want to use it because he'll want to pop up that Edict and he doesn't have mana for both.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good point. I didn't even realize that he didn't have mana for both. They'll probably just go for the easy tower, but
Yeah. More weight, but Henry Dickinson doesn't mind. Some bromance love going on here. Earthshaker
Fake
looks really
manners.
mean. Hi, Earthshaker is only level 2.
yeah, he's been roaming around a lot, and it looks like he intends to roam around a lot more too. He's picked up 3 clarities, which means that he's probably going to just be trying to, not really staying in one place for too long, just trying to get off those opportunistic fissures and set up some kills. He does have a TP, so if they did, in theory, try to dive the Windrunner, he could prevent it.
Oh, I'm curious if he would TP there. Prophet actually has 13 seconds on his TP. Never mind, that's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah. But do they know that? Because he TP'd into the forest, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
So
Because
I think they'll just try to, like, they're pinging the tower, so I'd imagine they're just going to go for the tower though. Well, are they pinging it for defense?
they're pinging it for the fence.
This could be very interesting.
Yeah, it's well, because the pause, everybody got like tons of time to look at what are we doing, where do we go, are we gonna go for something big after a pause, and I think there's a possibility too. I mean, if the Earthshaker, like you say, TP's into the top tower, Prophet runs there because obviously 13 seconds on the CP. Venomancer and Pudge don't have a TP? No, that's quite disappointing.
Venomancer does have a smoke, but I mean, obviously it won't be overwhelmingly helpful. But at the same time, you have to think that if this were going on in real time, I would imagine that, you know, with the limited time to think about what they're going to do, perhaps the Leshrac would just edict down the tower. But
Yeah.
with all of this time to think about it, they may be able to try to mount a defense here, and if it ended up favorably for them, it could really bring the game back.
Yeah, they do need some kills. They do need some extra gold. I mean, Pudge is getting nice amount of farm, but yeah. Leshrac has 412 gold per minute. With Pudge's second, almost 100 gold difference. That's quite huge.
We'll see if he picks up Arcanes soon, or if he's even going to go for Arcanes. I mean, if you're this far ahead, phase boots become a pretty appealing option as well. Obviously, both are really solid boots, depending on the circumstances. I'd imagine that I think he'll go for the Arcanes though, but we'll see.
I'm not quite surprised he would do that. Well, he will be able to spam out those hooks more annoyingly.
A big part of it too is that he won't be laning for too long. I mean, I don't know what the Pudge will go for. I imagine. We'll see though. Pudges, I find they tend to go for the treads in a game like this. I mean, he's getting free farm though. This Pudge.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to start moving around though. We're gonna see those big hooks.
Yeah. When would he start being done with? Well, probably when he's level 6 with farming.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, he might just kind of try to force it on the enemies. Like, as soon as they get that top tower down, they'll probably see some more map movement. So that'll be the point in which I would imagine that the Pudge will kind of have to start doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and we have Chen loaded back into the game. Finally.
Hopefully they will unpause soon, and we'll see. I imagine the first thing will happen is he'll just edict down that tower. If he doesn't immediately toggle his edict, though, maybe they'll go on the Windrunner. We'll see, though.
Yeah, got my camera on the top lane, because that's basically the only thing where something interesting might happen right now.
That's where the action's at.
Indeed. Tower action. Thanks for waiting. Go. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Let's see if they're ready. Oh no! Why are you doing this to us?
Oh no! But Belgium is in the game. Maybe someone's AFK. I guess they are, because they could.
Yeah, I mean, with a long break like that, that's the worst part about the long breaks is that other people tend to go AFK.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Alright, here we go.
Yay! We have the unpause going on. There goes the edict. Yeah.
I'd be
Ooh.
really aggressive.
Yeah. Doesn't
He
just
does have
scare.
boots and the Windrunner doesn't, but they're just gonna get the tower.
Chen was gonna be there too. I'm quite surprised Windrunner doesn't have boots. Oh, now she has a Windrun. There we go. Fixed.
Interestingly enough, the Venomancer and the Nature's Prophet both immediately started running for the top tower, but it felt way too quickly for them to do anything about it.
Yeah.
And Earthshaker just down here alone against the Bane. He's pinging probably for help. He can't do much alone.
Dire's bottom
No.
tower is under
And
attack.
Bane knows that.
Yeah, she's being very, very aggressive.
Dire's
Creep wave is almost down though. He will get hit by the tower a couple times. I would expect. Yeah, there we go. 2 hits from the tower.
Visibility.
Oh.
He's getting close to level 6. Ooh, big invis.
Yeah. That saved him. Gale was there. Gush goes up on the Pudge. Shackle Shot is there. Chen's creeps are there too. And he will probably go down. Last hit will go to the tide if he manages to get it. Or maybe he doesn't know. He pops a self.
Oh,
Nice
he salves
escape.
up. Is he going for the hook though?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, almost.
Oh. Yeah. But why it was the hook was a bit short range.
Yeah.
But good job for not getting or giving a kill away there.
Indeed. Notably, Pudge's movement speed is, he's one of the lower movement speed heroes, whereas Tidehunter actually moves a lot faster. I believe, let's see, yeah, Pudge moves at 285 movement speed, so I can see why he was hesitant to immediately pop this out, but that could have been a turn for that, but it didn't happen. It looks like they're going to smoke up, maybe try to do something on their own here.
Indeed.
He's going to run into Leshrac. That's not who you want to run into, though, Nature's Prophet. Uh-oh. He's going to eat it down. He's just going to try to run straight away. This may be his 4th death, unfortunately.
Level 6 versus, there we go, Shadow Shaman taking the last hit. Level 4 versus level 6. Yeah. Painful.
Yeah. And he tries to TP up as soon as he gets on the high ground. Obviously, he can't just TP away from Leshrac, or Leshrac will stun him. And I'm sure he knew that he wasn't going to get away from that, but it was still worth the attempt to just try to run up the high ground and TP away.
Yes, yeah, basically the only thing you can do. Even though I think he could have run towards the other side and maybe get some help from the Venomancer and the Pudge. Ooh, nice
Oh,
hook.
big hook coming out on Leshrac.
He's gonna go down. Pudge taking the hit there. Edict's still gotta go off, doing quite a bit of damage to the Venomancer.
Oh my gosh, that's really hurting. Oh my gosh.
Venom doesn't care though. He'll just walk around in it.
So Pudge does pick up the Boots of Speed and the Ring of Health. That is what he
Yeah.
spent his money on. And he also finishes his one. So.
Yeah, and still has 500 gold left.
Yep.
Oh, look at that creep pool. Didn't work
Oh
though.
man, this is that big yellow though. I'm sorry. Oh, I need to start calling that. This is that big small camp that he was going for, and this is where he's
Yeah.
going to start aftershocking it down. He's using the Chen minion to tank as well as Tide, and this will get everyone a good amount of experience. And I have to say that's just so smart of them. I mean, when he's pressured like that to just stack up the small camp to get that farm later, and that brings him up to level 6.
That makes him even, almost.
Oh yeah.
Because at least on level wise, I mean on experience wise he's still quite a little bit behind, but still.
That ultimate though is going to be huge. We'll see if he can get maybe a really opportunistic ward trap off.
Yeah, we see Earthshaker with the haste rune moving towards the middle lane now. Well, we don't see it, but now we do. There we go. Don't think he's gonna be able to do anything though. Fisher
Oh,
goes
good
up.
Fisher.
Nice hook.
Oh,
Tidehunter
man.
will go down. He still
Very
managed
good
to get
play.
a gush.
Good shackle shot, huge gale.
And
Power
there's
shot
the
as well.
wards. Oh, but the haste
Drop.
rune. Super
Oh,
fast
goes down
chicken.
anyway. They may
But
stop
you
them
get
from
double
pushing
kill.
though, the wards alone.
That's true. They will.
We'll see.
It will definitely
Dire's
stop the
bottom
creep
tower
wave at
is
least.
under attack.
It was a very good play.
Yeah, and they get some kills back now. I mean, they didn't have any kills before that because the Nature's Prophet died so often.
Oh yeah.
But at least
And
now they got
Earthshaker
3
just
kills.
going down an enormous fissure, or I mean an annoying fissure rather, before he leaves.
Bane getting a double kill, killing off the Venomancer with his brain sap, and killing off the Nature's Prophet before that. He's gonna get hooked. He is gonna die himself. I would imagine. Yeah, there we go. Windrunner getting the last hook, even though Chen was there to wholly persuade him back home, but he was too slow.
And that Bane has so much experience now. He's almost level 9 after that.
Wow. And I'd say there's not even one level 8 on the Dire on the Radiant side. Tidehunter getting hooked and getting dismembered. He is gonna go down. Pudge is dominating. He doesn't
Another
even,
great hook.
He doesn't need to leave the lane. People will come to him.
And he does pick up those arcanes.
Yeah. Completed. And has 800 gold already. Again.
So Leshrac did go for the phase boots. He's going to be going for the phase boots drum combo, I would imagine. Really, really good, especially if you're this far ahead. And if we look at his experience lead is incredibly big as well. 400 experience per minute. Very notable. Leshrac, again, a hero that your experience matters a lot on, sort of like an Invoker or something.
Yeah, he has the same amount of, I mean, Pudge is higher level than Leshrac now. Though.
Yep. Bane is probably going to hit level 9 before they even get up to this tower. He's leveling a lot of stats, which is the way to do it, I think. Just going Brain Sap with 1 into your Nightmare and then all stats. His ultimate is going to be up too for this.
Yeah, there's Venomancer placing a couple wards though, so they won't be able to push in all that much.
Yeah, I would imagine they're just going to back off entirely.